Hey, what's going on, Funkoholics? It's Terry Wellbanks here from my Dungeon of Funkos. Today I'm going to do a quick review of a set that I had an opportunity to pick up today, including the Chase. I'm also going to show you guys a personal grail that I picked up that I'm extremely excited to have. Not worth the most, but definitely one of my favorites. And I wanted to hit on a couple of issues as well. So, the set that I'm talking about is the Powerpuff Girls set. This set, I don't know how long it's been out where y'all live, but here in Canada, this set came out today. I was fortunate enough again to be able to be over at EB when the set came in, so I got a chance to pick them all up. And let me tell you, this set, it's as if these pops or these characters were made for Funko. Just the way their eyes look, the build of the pops, they all look phenomenal. And I'm going to show you them all really quick. So this is Bubbles. In this set, you can get Blossom, Bubbles, Buttercup, Mojo, Jojo, and Him. Him is the one that has a Chase variant. So this is Bubbles. Her boxing is really cool. The artwork is getting better and better, I swear, with these pops lately, which is great. So there's Bubbles there. Next up, we have Buttercup. Buttercup again, a little bit different of a pose, which is nice. They're not all the same. And it's a great pop. Up next in the set is this is Blossom, different pose yet again. As I said, like the detail on the eyes and stuff, it's as if these things were made for Funko. It's fantastic. I love the hair hanging down the back of it. Looks great. Next one up is Mojo Jojo. This is probably my favorite pop of the bunch, even compared to him, which I'm going to show you in a sec. And I think it's because just the way he looks and the detail that's in him. He's very, very well done. It's a good pop. And then we have Him. Him is the devil character with lobster claws. I don't know if you watch the show, but great detail on him as well. On him. As you can see, great pop. Looks fantastic. Again, it's as if this show and pops were meant to be. This one here is the Chase variant of him. This is the glow-in-the-dark version. I haven't tried to get him to glow, and I don't know what your guys' experiences are with the glow-in-the-dark pops. The only one that I've ever had that really, really, glowed really well was the Beetlejuice. His hands lit right up and his face lit right up. Michael Myers, not so much. I have a Godzilla that his whole face is supposed to be like a really bright blue, and I can't get him to glow. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. If you guys have any tips, let me know. So that's him, the Chase variant. I love the black sticker as opposed to the yellow one. I just think that it makes it look a little bit cooler. Again, this set is absolutely phenomenal. I strongly recommend you guys pick it up if you can. I think the total set cost me $91 Canadian, but because at EB I'm able to trade games and stuff like that, I took an EB. For anybody that doesn't know, EB is the equivalent to GameStop in the United States. It's basically the exact same store. We get GameStop exclusives. We don't get EB. Well, we do get EB exclusives, but not half as often as we see a GameStop exclusive. So we are GameStop essentially. So the personal grail that I got today that I absolutely love and really, really, really am excited to show you guys is this guy. This is Scarface, or aka Tony Montana, or aka Say Hello to My Little Friend. I was fortunate enough to be able to pick him up over at a comic book store. The store is called New Books, GNU. It's located in Oshawa, Ontario. Amazing couple people there. And this is his boxing. I'm assuming this guy's vaulted because I haven't been able to find him. I remember a couple of years back I was at a flea market and they had about 5 of them. And I didn't pick him up, and I don't know why. But he's been incredibly hard for me to get, much like the Carnage and the Venom that I got from my buddy Jim, and a couple other ones that I've had a really tough time getting. This is one of my absolute personal grails. Again, could be worth $10, could be worth $100. I don't care. I don't know. That's not what drives me to want to collect these. It's the same thing. And the sad part is that a couple of my other personal grails that are really, really that I want are ultra expensive. I want to get Thing, just the regular one, not the black and white one. Oh, I'd take anything. It's amazing. He's probably my ultimate. Then I want Bane. He's also really expensive. I'm really interested in a Ghost Rider. He's also expensive, so it's like any of the ones that I really want. It's not that I'm trying to be a value collector, because I'm not. I love commons just as much as I love chases, or I love exclusives or Hot Topic exclusives, but I can't seem to get my hands on the ones that I really want. And it's frustrating, to say the least, to know that a pop's going to be $130 if I ever do want to have it. That definitely is saddening for me, because I'd love a thing on my shelf and in my collection. I think it would be amazing. So a couple of things that I wanted to touch on really quick. I wanted to talk about the flipper mentality, and what I perceive a flipper to be, because since my flipper video, I've gotten a whole ton of questions, comments, things like that about flipping and how people hate them and all this other stuff. But I did want to explain on a little side note as to how I feel about how I feel about certain types of flippers, and just kind of elaborate a little bit on what I think it means. Flipping on a whole is, in my eyes, when somebody goes to Hot Topic and you're allowed to buy 5 exclusives. It could be any exclusive, doesn't matter. We'll say Captain America for this instance. You're allowed to buy 5 Captain Americas, if you, well, whatever the amount is that you're allowed to buy. And you take these, and instead of buying them for friends, family members, other collectors, things like that, and selling them to them at cost, you take these and you post them on eBay or Facebook or Kijiji or Craigslist or whatever your selling site is. You take those and you sell them immediately, same day, for double the price, because you know that people are out there trying to get them, and they happen to be at work, or they weren't able to get there, and that's why they couldn't get their hands on them. There's a massive difference, at least for us in Canada, at least the way that I look at it, is when an individual goes out of their way to drive to the States to pick up a Target exclusive, Walgreens exclusive, a Walmart exclusive, Toys R Us exclusive, because we don't have that luxury here of getting Toys R Us or Walmart exclusives for some reason, other than princesses. But they drive all the way out there. And normally, I don't know what gas prices are like where you're at, but gas isn't cheap. It costs money. If these guys go down, or girls go down for a shopping trip, they have to pay for gas, they have to pay for food, they have to pay for their time, travel, things like that. And when they do go over there and they pick up the pops, sure, they are $12 American. So if we take in the 70 cents that the conversion rate is for Canadian dollars, we're looking at, essentially $1.70, right? So you can expect to pay $20 for the pop. But if somebody comes back here and they're selling a Target exclusive for $30 or $35, and I really want it, I have no problem paying $35 Canadian for it. And the reason why I don't is because I know all of the hustle and the work that had to go into it. It's a lot harder to do that than it is to go to Hot Topic at a mall here in Toronto, buy up all the Hot Topic exclusives, and then try to flip them for double the money. That is what I mean as a flipper, and what I think a flipper is just somebody that's really greasy and grimy that way, that would take advantage of people in a different form. If I see somebody go out and they're buying 3 of the pops, and I say, hey, do you collect? And they'll be like, yeah, I collect, and I'm picking up a couple for my family or a couple of friends. That's a huge difference than doing it for other reasons or ulterior motives. And in this community, there's so few pops. I mean, chase pops are 1 in 6 now, which I love. I love that they're 1 in 6, because that means that almost everybody's going to be able to get them. And these guys that want to jack the price up to $80, $90 dollars for a chase right after it comes out, they can't do that anymore, because eventually they're going to drop down and they're going to get lower in price. So if we can have a chase resting at $30, $35, no problem paying that, and I get that. But when guys are trying to take these 1 in 6 or 1 in 32 or 1 in 16, 1 in 36, 1 in 72 chases, a 1 in 72 chase, I understand selling it for a little bit more, it makes sense. But if you're trying to flip a 1 in 6 chase for $80, you can't do that anymore. You can't get away with it, because more people have access to them. Today, the Him Pop came out, and I posted on this Facebook group that I'm part of, that I was able to get the chase. And I posted it right away, and I said, listen, if you can call your EB, call them and see if they're getting it in. If they are, get down there and get it. And so far, I've gotten nothing but positive reports, whereas they go down there, maybe they didn't necessarily get the Him one, but they got the Star-Lord chase by accident, because they stumbled upon it in the wild, as people say, when they find stuff out there. But the point is that these people are now able to go out, and you know that if you do go out, you may find a chase. Whereas back a couple of months ago, you couldn't do that, or until they released the 1 in 6, you knew that if you were getting a chase, you had to go through a secondary market. And nobody likes to shop on eBay unless you have to, especially for pops, because you know that, sure, the pop's only 20 bucks or 15 bucks, but the shipping's all as much as the pop. So you know you're still paying out your butt for a pop, right? So that's my mentality on the flipper thing. If somebody has a Target exclusive and they live in Canada, guys, they didn't magically stumble upon a still open Target. They had to drive to the States to get it, or vice versa. You know, if you're in the UK and you're watching this, I'm sure that somebody had to go somewhere farther away to get this exclusive that you guys now have there. And that's why I understand paying an extra 10 bucks. But when it turns into $50, $60, $45, that's just ridiculous, and people are trying to gouge us for our money. And that's pretty much what I'm on a mission to stop in terms of flipping. I don't want to see people take advantage of others. I think that the Funko community itself, if we all work together as a team and we join to create the best possible collections for everybody, then we all win. If I come across an extra chase of one that I already have, I'm not going to hoard chases. I will do a giveaway, or I will ask people in advance, hey, if I get an extra one, do you want this pop? And then I sell it to them at cost, or I trade them for one that I don't have. We work out something where it makes sense for both of us and we're both happy. That's the type of community that I think we should have, and the type of community that people should follow. So yeah, if you're interested and you're on Facebook, a couple of days ago, I had the opportunity with a couple of amazing people to open up a Facebook group. And the Facebook group's name is called Funkoholics Anonymous Worldwide. And the reason why we said worldwide is because in a perfect world, for me anyways, and how I see collecting is, we get folks from all over, different continents, wherever you're from. We want you guys to join us, and we want to help each other find the pops that are harder to get. And we want to help each other find them, but we want to help each other find them at cost. So what we can do is we can work together as a community. We can find pops, we can post pops, we can post jokes, we can post videos, we can post everything. And I really think that if everybody's on the same page in one community, we can really make collecting a lot more fun than what it's been lately. Because lately it's just a lot of people complaining about flippers, or people complaining about prices, people complaining about not being able to get exclusives. Whereas in this group, I'm hoping that everybody will post if they have exclusives, and we can share the wealth, so to say. So yeah, if you want to join, we'd love to have you, especially if you're a great person and you love interacting and you want to post things on the page. We would love to have you involved. Again, it's Funkoholics Anonymous Worldwide. And my name's Terry Wellbanks again. You guys are great. My next video definitely will be an unboxing video. I have something coming, I believe, this week, and I can't wait to show you guys what it is. So thanks so much for watching. If I don't like begging for subscriptions or likes, but if you guys can do me a favor and subscribe to the channel if you're interested enough. If you're not, that's okay too. If you do leave a comment, I will reply, and I can't thank you guys enough for watching. It really means the world to me. Thank you so much, and much love, everybody. Bye.